channel. Today, I want to talk about lifestyle. This is a parenting and lifestyle blog. So, today we're doing the lifestyle side of things. So, one of the things that I've had to learn and unlearn in recent times, especially, has been on the topic of priorities. I've had to juggle quite a lot in recent times, which explains a confession that I should make. That confession is that it's been tough keeping up with the videos, but I'm going to try my best to do that. I love to share. I love to do this, but I also have quite a lot on my plate. So I'm going to keep trying my best. This might not be as often as I really want it to be, but we'll keep doing this. So, what brings me to the topic on priorities? A lot of people have so many things that they're doing. People are juggling with school, with family, with work. People are juggling with businesses. There's just a lot. And given the season as well, people just have so many things that they're thinking about. Dealing with children. So children have been home now. Schools are going on holidays in some places, in some other countries. They don't even know what's going to happen with their kids. It's just a whole lot that people are dealing with right now. And if we're not careful, we're going to get in the boat of procrastination, where you just feel overwhelmed with the so many things that you have to do, and you don't even get any of those things done. So what are the things that you need to do when you feel overwhelmed? It's important that you get your note and write down the different things that you really have on your plate. So, for example, I use my phone. My notes are so many on my phone. I have hundreds of notes on my phone. That's like my organizer. So you might use your phone, you may use your diary, you may use whatever you're comfortable with. But you need to just write down the list of all the things that you have to do. After writing that list, then you need to prioritize. How do you prioritize? Ask yourself, which of these things are urgent? Once you've highlighted those ones that are urgent, then you need to ask a further question. Which of these things are critical? If it is urgent and critical, then that's very high on your priority list. But if it is urgent but not critical, then you need to make it lower on your priority list. So you ask yourself, why is this thing urgent? That helps you know how urgent it is. Why is this thing, why do I need to do it? What if I don't do it? What's going to happen? That helps you know whether it's critical or it's not critical. So once you've identified all that on your list, then you have a proper list to work with. Do it. It's also good for you to make the most of your time. Make the most of your time. That's so critical. So, for example, I don't get to sit in front of the TV and just watch and all that. But when I'm eating, that's my TV time. When it's food time, I just do other things. I go on Instagram, I go on social media, just relax at that time. But once it's not food time, I don't do any of that. I just work with my list. What do I have on my list? What do I need to do? And that works for me. With dealing with kids, if you have a lot on your plate, it's also very tough, because sometimes the children might now begin to think, we haven't even had time with mom, or we haven't had time with dad. So what you can do, and what I do, is I deliberately create time, like say 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and I say, we're going to play. So I leave everything and we play. We have a lot of fun in that time. Once I'm done having all that fun with them in that time, then I get to work. I'm able to work while my children are running around, so that helps. They see me around, they see that, oh yes, mommy is working, but she's here. Once they come close, they know that I'm going to say, you're disturbing me, so they don't come close when they see that I'm seriously busy. But I just kind of create that little time for them to say, you know what, this is your time, we're going to talk or we're going to play. So another thing that you need to do again is you need to find out what are the things that other people are able to do for you. No one is a superman, no one is a superwoman. If there are things that you can delegate to your team or, to other people, please do that, because that helps you to get your work done. Be happy to have people help you. If they don't know how to do it as much as you know, try to train them or send them for some form of training. So it's also extremely important for you to be very flexible. Be flexible. So talking from experience, I can be quite meticulous. I want things to be done in a certain way. I like things to be, done with a certain level of excellence and all that. So if I make a mistake, I try to do it again. I try to do it again over and over. But I find that that's not good. That's not good. It's a good thing to want to be excellent, but you shouldn't be a perfectionist, because when you get into the perfectionist box, you find out that you are unable to meet with your deadlines. You feel overwhelmed. Sometimes you even get a headache because you have done it over and over. So sometimes it's okay to make some mistakes. Sometimes it's okay to, just because when you're a perfectionist, what is not excellent to you may actually look really great to other people. So it's never really that bad. You also need to pat yourself at the back and celebrate every victory. Celebrate every victory. Celebrate every milestone that you make. So that way you keep wanting to go for the next thing on your to-do list. You keep wanting to go for the next thing on your to-do list. Sometimes you have to take out, say 4 to 5 things, the most urgent things on your to-do list. You could put it as a sticky note right beside your bed. That helps you. You should also use your alarms very well. Use your alarms very well. Technology has made a lot of these things, a bit easier for many people. So use your alarms. Know how long you want to spend on a particular task. So I do that. Sometimes I say to myself, you know what, I'm only going to do this for 30 minutes. I set a timer. In 30 minutes, I may be done. Sometimes I give myself an extra 5 minutes. That way you're very efficient. You're getting things done. Some other times I set my alarms and I say at so time I'm meant to call this person. At another time I'm meant to remind this person of this, remind that person of that. So, it just organizes you. Finally, I would say relax. Relax. If you have so many things to do and you say you have 10 things to do and you have only done 2 out of the 10, be glad that you've done the 2 and take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time. Be calm about it. If you are calm about it, you realize that you get more things done. But if you feel frazzled, that's not going to work. Being frazzled is one thing that I always like to avoid. Sometimes I get frazzled too, but a lot of times I try never to be frazzled. So sometimes some people just tell me, don't you feel like, and I just tell them, well, it will be done. It will happen, and it will happen by God's grace. So those are my thoughts on managing your priorities. Make sure you have your priorities right and make sure you celebrate yourself. Thank you.